Hello there and welcome to the DBP Pest Control channel. Well, hello there, as the man said. Welcome to another video by DBP Pest Control with me, Doug Boyce. Today I'm coming to you from the Leisure Matters Air Rifle Course Workshop, which is a new venture that we've set up to aid and assist budding air rifle shooters. We run comprehensive courses here at the Leisure Matters complex in Eversley. So if you want to know more about that, look up www.leisureMatters.com and it'll tell you all about it. Today I thought I'd like to do a little feature on FAC air rifles. For those maybe contemplating going that route, here is the very first rifle that I bought on my FAC ticket, some 7 years ago now, I guess. It's a 35 foot-pound pulsar, a day-state pulsar in 2.2, and I bought it because my 2.2 BSA sub 12 foot-pound were running out of steam for the types of pest control I was involved in at the time, mainly rabbits, but the distances were getting further and further. It was open fields and the rabbits could see you coming or see me coming, so I needed something that I didn't have to get quite as close. Now, buying one of these, some people erroneously think it gives them the wherewithal to go and shoot foxes. Well, I'll tell you now categorically, no. And if you put that as a reason for ownership on your application, you'll get it turned down straight away. These are not in any way, shape or form suitable for shooting foxes. I wouldn't shoot a fox with a 50 foot-pound air gun, or maybe not even with a 100 foot-pound air gun. So don't go and buy something like this, 35 foot-pound, thinking you're going to go after foxes. Okay, don't. You won't get permission for it anyway. So keep it realistic. In reality, all these do for you is it makes your life a bit easier. It gives you a little bit more range. With a sub 12 foot-pound 2.2, you're looking at rabbits at arguably 45-50 metres. With one of these, you can stretch that out to 65, maybe 70 metres if you've got a good technique, okay? But it ain't going to be a 100 metre plus gun, so don't buy it thinking that, because it's not that. Okay? Now, if you look at something like the day-state pulsar, the first thing that strikes you is the build quality and the technical input that's gone into it. And you can't fault it for that. It is a superb piece of engineering, voted among the top quality air guns in the world. Now, that comes at a price. When I bought this, I think it was £1,500 a few years ago. They're probably now around the £1,800 mark, which for an air gun is a lot of money, let's face it. That's a lot of money, but you are getting a lot of air gun for your money. I would personally not pay that if it was sub 12 foot-pound. However, this was, as I say, my entry into firearms, and it served its purpose in that regard, and it's something I had my eye on, so I paid the money. Now, you will see other rifles being advertised, 50 foot-pounds, 100 foot-pounds plus. And you know, I got to thinking the other day, there must come a point where the research and development costs and the actual cost of the gun itself for these super high powered guns becomes prohibitive. And to me, it's almost like an exercise in, well, look what we can do, rather than being a practical shooting solution. Some of these really high powered guns, I mean, if you're talking sort of 100 foot-pounds, you might only get 1 or 2 shots out of it. And certainly some of the 50 foot-pound ones, depending on the design, you might only get 10 shots out of it before you need to refill it. Now, to me, that's bordering on impractical, especially when you consider that you can go and buy a perfectly good bolt action 22 LR rimfire for half the price of many of these highfalutin, technically advanced, high-powered air rifles. So I begin to wonder why people stick to the air rifle solution when there are clearly other things available, putting out a lot more power. Now, this is a 22 LR, this is a CZ455 bolt action, and I use subsonic ammunition in this because it suits my purpose. So even with subsonic ammunition, and we're firing about, this is a 40 grain bullet at about 1,065 feet per second. This, in contrast, is an 18 grain pellet, 890 feet per second, okay, 35 foot-pound, in contrast with this, which is 101 foot-pounds, right? Half the cost, more than double the energy, and you don't have to rely on having a compressed air source in your truck for the day's shooting. So really, it's your choice as an owner or prospective owner. If you've grown up, as many of us have, with air guns, your first choice might be an FAC air gun. But don't expect too much of it. As I've said, they're not the be-all and end-all that some people think they are. They just make things a bit easier for you. If you're into serious pest control, and you want the extra range and you want the extra knockdown power, but you don't want to spend £1,500, £1,800 plus for that privilege, maybe you want to look at going rimfire, okay? They're both seen by the police as firearms, so providing you've got good reason, there's no reason why you wouldn't get one of these for the same reasons that you give for getting one of those. Okay, so this one, I put a custom stock on it, thumb hole stock, which I quite like. It's a bolt action, 5-shot magazine, very accurate. I can take rabbits with this consistently at up to 100 metres all day, every day. For 600 quid, plus the scope. So, all I'm saying is, if you are considering going FAC Air, by all means, if it suits your purpose, fine. Don't expect it to work miracles, because it won't. It doesn't allow you to up your game in terms of what you can shoot, only the distances you can shoot it at. Okay? This will do exactly the same job, give you more energy at the muzzle, give you longer distances that you can shoot at for half the money. So I'll leave that with you. Sorry to burst your bubble if you were going this route, but now maybe you want to consider an alternative. Don't stick with air necessarily just because that's what you're used to. Maybe go up another notch. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, certainly one of the pluses for using air must be the fact that they're a lot quieter than a rimfire. That's not the case at all. With a decent moderator on this rifle, because I'm shooting 22 LR subsonic, there's no crack, there's no sonic crack like you get with the 17 HMR, for example. This is as quiet, if not more so, than that, believe it or not. So that isn't a reason to go with this over one of those. Okay, I'll leave that thought with you. This is Doug Boyce for DBP Pest Control signing off now, and I'll get back to you with another video in the near future. Cheers now.